Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to 20 Sides to Every Story. We are playing one of our community campaign games here tonight. We're playing Temple of Elemental Evil. This is the next original adventures reincarnated from Goodman Games. Um, so this is yeah, we're super excited. We've gotten the permission from Goodman Games to kind of do early preview here. I know a lot of folks are starting to see this. Hopefully, at some point this month, going to start seeing this show up for those folks that pre-ordered it. But until that happens, we're more than happy to have you here around the virtual tabletop, watching our playthrough here and how our take on this classic module. So, um, like I said, this is a part of our community campaign. What that means is this is our game here on 20 Sides to Every Story, where we invite people that enjoy watching the channel, watching these games, come in and play a game with us. It's really easy to do if you're watching us here on Twitch. I'm going to throw into the chat here a link to our Discord server, and that's where you can come and hang out with us in between the streams, and that's where you'd be able to find signups for these games. Um, we also have a Patreon, so I mentioned the Patreon along with this because I give the people that support us on Patreon the first chance to sign up for the games, but after that, if I still got openings, and we usually do, have a couple each game, we'll get anyone else that hasn't had a chance to play in a game yet. So come find us there. There's a channel in the Discord server called Game Signups within the Temple of Elemental Evil section of the server. Come hang out there and check out what signups are coming up and get on the list, and we'll get you in a game here at some point. Um, yeah, so that's everything about community campaign. I don't know. I don't really have any other big announcements right now, so we'll just jump right into the fun and get into the game here. So, um, where we start off, we just had a game on Friday, so this session is kind of coming off of the uh, uh, following up on the events that happened there on Friday. So we're picking up. It's the evening of the 8th day of Ready Reet. It's Common Year 591. And we're picking up here in the Stumbling Ogre Tavern. Burn the Wizard remains petrified in his tower as a result of an attack by cultists that worship the chaotic power of elemental earth. And Hamlet finds itself with yet another missing ally as Lord Rufus has gone missing. He had most recently been at attendance at a funeral in Verbabank for the late Viscount Wilfric, and in the last session we discovered that on it would appear that he was seen leaving Verbabank, him and his entourage, but they never made it to Hamlet, and so there was concern that um, either agents of one of these cults maybe abducted him, maybe Lareth. Who knows? He's sort of MIA, so we don't know what has become of him. So Hamlet is finding itself in sort of a short supply of leadership. The Council of Hamlet, a group of local leaders, has now added Elmo to its ranks, as well as Nix, the owner of the Wagoneer, um, to replace a couple of the corrupted members of the council, and they've been meeting on a semi-frequent basis to kind of keep each other appraised of the things that the adventurers here in our tale discover. They're also pooling together what little resources they have, sort of supplemented by contributions from the Church of St. Cuthbert, to hire on adventurers to look into the capture of some of our villains and criminals who have put Hamlet in dire threat. One thing that is a big concern for them is the capture of Lareth. half-drow character who was sort of the ringleader of a number of bandits that had been attacking caravans and such in the area. And another area of concern for them is that Hamlet has a number of missing children and other townsfolk that had been abducted by members of the Black Earth cult. Um, and so those are kind of two areas that they are hoping that adventurers will be able to look into for them. And thanks everybody for the cheers here as we start things out. Appreciate that. Um, yeah, so we're picking up. It is evening. You're all gathered around at the Stumbling Ogre, um, and Dane. It could be that Dane has kind of gathered some of you about uh, to kind of share what he knows from his recent excursion out east. Um, you are joined, I think, by it sounded like there was intention to bring Sir Gerald into the fold here to potentially talk with him and see if he might want to come along on an adventure. And so we'll just kind of leave it there. We're going to do some character introductions as we start things off here. And I don't think we have any brand new folks. So we're just going to go right across the bottom here of my screen and have each of you players just give us your name, class, race, and why don't you tell us what your character's philosophy is on what should be done with those um, that do wrong, that do evil. That might be a nuanced answer for some of your characters, not looking at Winston at all. Um, but why don't we start right there? I'll start with Winston, who's playing Epsilon.
Put me right in the spot. So I'm playing Absalom. Absalom is a level 3 swashbuckler. He's a Goliath, so he's tall, he's thin, covered in tattoos, has a bandana, and he's stroking his chin and thinking philosophically about some things that people said about evil and bad. And he says, "I don't know if evil is so easy to define, huh, my friends? I think that sometimes what is evil to one person is maybe just a surviving to another. So I think you have to be careful about how strongly you punish those. It's better to train them, rehabilitate them, or maybe just let them do whatever they want to do." And then
Very good.
I'll nudge the next person. Udo. Right, Udo?
Yeah, Udo is also a Goliath. He's a 3rd level fighter, rune knight. And I guess his take on it, he's kind of a soldier. It doesn't do a whole lot of thinking. He's kind of used to other people doing the thinking for him. And so he kind of thinks, we should do with the evil ones whatever the guy in charge says we should do with them.
All right. And why don't we pass on over to Gabe, who's playing Thorwald?
Yeah, Thorwald is a Sulois in this world. It looks like a human, like a Viking. To give you an idea, he's also totally covered in tattoos. He's clearly barbarian in origin, but as you see in tonight, he put on some trappings of a more civilized man. In game terms, he just got level of paladin on top of his first level of barbarian. It's kind of a very weird guy, but he tries to do well. He tries to do good, and he definitely is interested in showing his valor and in rooting out evil. In terms of what he thinks about should be done with evil, again, as being of barbarian origin, he has had to adjust his philosophy to civilization. Under his new path as a paladin, he thinks that evil is everything that prevents society from evolving harmoniously. Um, and so, he hasn't taken vows yet as a paladin, but his general philosophy is to make sure that evil cannot commit more evil, be that through, incarceration, or if it cannot be brought to justice, then meting out capital punishment. He doesn't enjoy killing, but he's come to believe that that's a necessary evil for society.
I think many of the St. Cuthbert teens would probably agree with a lot of what you've just said. So you fit right in here in Hamlet. Um, Next up, let's go over to Percy, who's playing Dane.
Captain Dane Battlehammer to you, sir. Dane is a third level cleric. He's also military, and he would think that probably the same along the line as I think Udo said is that the what happens to bad people is above his pay grade, but he has no problem crushing their skulls.
All right, and then we have Chernika, being played by Lindsay.
Yeah, so Chernika is a tiny tiefling barbarian. So her stance probably on evildoers would just be it depends on the level of badness that's been done. Uh, she's not afraid to. She thinks people should be punished for if they've done really terrible things, but there are different varying levels of it.
Whoa, thanks for the jams, man!
So there are those that could be redeemed or reformed, and there are those that are beyond that point.
Yeah.
Thanks for the cheer, Ed. So that does it for our cast here this morning or this evening. So as we were picking up, you have at this point kind of gathered around Dane. You maybe have shared some information with the others, but as soon as there's this one character in Udo, you maybe as soon as you see Sir Gerald this knight, and kind of oh, he's not looking like he's at the top of his game. His cloak, his armor, it doesn't have that same shine, and it's sort of a reflection of the person who's donning that armor. But he's a little bit more clear-eyed now. As he walks in, he promptly moves over to you and issues an apology, and he says, um, "Udo, I wish to make amends and make an apology for um, our last meeting. I was incredibly intoxicated and not quite myself, and I hope you'll know I'm trying to put my best foot forward and get back to being that person that knight, not just in title, but someone that can actually uh, live up to the values of the Knights of the Heart. And I hope there are no bad feelings between us."
No bad feelings ever. We'll drink to it later, I'm sure.
Well, maybe I'll have you drink doubly for both of us, he says, and there's a little bit of embarrassment and shame in his voice as he goes to take a seat at the end of the table. But at this point, kind of maybe more for the audience's benefit, because I think you've all talked a fair bit about what you might want to do. But in our previous session, we learned that Sir Gerald here had been commissioned by the owners of the traders establishment here in Hamlet to make a delivery of healing potions out to a farmstead, a fortified farmstead out near Nulb. And there were enough tells there. The party kind of asked Sir Gerald some questions about this place where he took this delivery, and it would seem that a number of, at least one member of the cult that worships elemental earth, the Black Earth cult. An individual that had eluded some of the adventurers a few sessions prior, and who had cast a shatter spell, which left Dane without his sense of hearing, is among those that reside at that fortified farm. He's sort of shared with you what he saw as far as their security protocol. Thorwald had put together something of maybe a battle plan on how you might go about dealing with that. I think we're probably picking up here in the middle of that conversation about how you might be able to go about tackling this challenge before you. And it could be that some of Hamlet's missing people might even be out there, since it was Taruko who was sort of responsible for facilitating some of those abductions. And so I think at this point I'll hand it. Oh, what do we got there? Is that Dave redeeming wandering monsters?
I don't see it in the chat, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, I don't know why there must be some setting in Stream Elements that specific item does not show up in the chat, but I hear it and I can see who's the instigator there. So, okay, there's a wandering encounter. Should I just have Sir Gerald like grab a shot and go belligerently drunk immediately? Well, we'll see what happens with this wandering encounter. We'll fit this in here at some point, but I'll pass it off to the players here to continue their conversation about what they might want their plans to be.
So I'm assuming like a map out on the table. Thorwald's map. Thorwald, how good are you at drawing your character? Like I was impressed with you as a player, but what about the character?
Character is not that refined, so you're gonna see like a circle, and then you're gonna see like a line going in, and that's it. I mean, that's not particularly well done.
Well, Thorwald, I like these little stick figures you drew. They're very evocative of the people you will be killing.
Well, so
it's
guys,
nice. It's nice that he made me the biggest one.
And Chernikov the littlest.
So we have the issue of the rider going around, and then we have to get past the gate guarded by 3 individuals. So
yeah, was the idea we take out the rider while Absalom and Chernikov sneak in the back, and we make a big stink going in the front door while they either flank him from behind or get what we need and get out or something? I think, right?
What is it that we want from this place anyways, huh?
We want to make sure that there's none of our missing people are there, first off.
Mm-hmm.
Having those guys have healing potions, probably not a good thing.
Well, I mean, everyone needs healing potions sometimes.
Better in our hands than theirs.
So an additional goal might be to recover those healing potions as much as we can, then. But definitely, priority number 1, missing people.
The children.
Right?
Yeah. No, priority number 1 would be taking care of that bastard that deafened me.
Uruko fella, right?
Yeah.
He was a wizard, right?
Sorry, what was that?
You said he was a wizard, right?
He was some kind of caster.
Did not think that a man of the cloth would be so vengeful. I like it. Here's to Dane. I'll drink a little bit of rum.
It's not vengeful, it's punishment.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
But before
Chernikov. What is your take? Oh, sorry.
No, Chernikov, go.
I mean, I agree.
You agree that Dane's a hypocrite? Is that what you're saying? Chernikov? How dare you?
Let's go. Got away once.
Was that the plan? Was to take out the rider first?
Yeah.
Now, what if they see us take out the riders and send more? I mean, that's probably a good thing, huh?
Well, the rider is the only danger that they could send someone to fetch reinforcements, right? If you can take out the rider, then it's up to the people inside the farmstead to get out, and then we can possibly intercept them. So rider is, yeah.
And they have a lot of men in town.
Do we know, does the rider just go circling the front, or does he go all the way around to the back? Because we could take him out in the back and then not alert the front.
Yeah, Sir Gerald says that he does a complete loop around. So he does at certain intervals, would be on the totally opposite side of the three that watch the gate at the front.
So Cherry, what you're saying, we should take him out when he's on the back, right? Not in direct view of the three guarding the front, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Unless you want to take them all at the same time, that's probably the best option.
Or we want to make a distraction while you and Absalom go in and get our people out.
That's true.
Yeah, but we're going to eventually have to take the guys out in the front because
Yeah.
the children aren't going to be able to climb over the fence.
No, we're gonna. The idea is, if possible, like I'm certain that we will not be as we planned, but if possible, taking out the rider, then sending Chernikov and Absalom in the back to sneak in. As they do that, the rest of us can go back front and engage the people in front of the gate. The only snoop here is, once let's assume we deal with the people in front of the gate, right? At that point, we might be stuck because the gate is probably going to be closed. So unless they open the gate for us or we find a way to gain access inside ourselves, that's where we might hit a problem with the plan. But hopefully either they can open the door inside for us to enter at that point, or we can use some grappling hook ourselves to try to gain entrance into the complex.
Well, I am famous for my lock picking, so if I need to pick a lock, open the door, no problem. It'll happen.
Sir Gerald would tell you that it's nothing so complicated. It's just like a wooden palisade around the farmstead. It's just like rough hewn. They sharpen the tops of the timbers to make it a little bit trickier, I guess, to scale. But it's really just a movable gate at the front.
Oh, okay.
No offense, Sir Gerald, but you are known drunk, so we have to plan for every possibility.
So, Gerald, we appreciate you being with us. You'll be.
Gerald, you make me look weak.
Not my
He says, I have earned. I have earned these words from you, Absalom. I will do well to try to prove my worth on this errand.
We
I'll
shall.
run over Chernikov. I think he's drunk right now.
All I know is that in the fight that we had in the bar, he did an awesome job of taking care of Teasley.
In the bar, you say?
Which is
Yeah.
no.
I was
small
drunk at the time.
To get him drunk. Clearly, it's great when he's drunk. He fights well.
So there's a strategy, huh?
So it sounds like we have a plan, pretty much. We just have to go execute it, or attempt to execute it, and see what happens.
But before we leave tomorrow morning, let's see if we can talk with the council, just making sure we let them know about what you, Dane, and the others have found in Nulb. That is that Lord Rufus seems to have disappeared as well, because I'm not sure they actually know.
Yeah, so we can move to what that might kind of look like. But before we do, Sir Gerald is going to bring up. He's going to say, "Now, what do we think of these two that sent me on this errand with these goods to be delivered there? Clearly, they have some connection."
Which two?
Ranos
This
and Gremag, what's their name?
Yeah, the shopkeepers.
No, I know these people. They are upstanding.
Do you think they just got an order and sent it out, or do you think they're more? Should we investigate that?
Udo,
We,
they
we
gave you
can go talk
your
to 'em.
magic cards. Oh, sorry, Dane.
Oh, those guys? They're fine. Those things worked great. How do you think we ended up with this plate mail and that cudgel? All the cards doing.
Wow.
Dane, you were objecting.
Ah, it would be nice to know if they're in cahoots or if it was just an order.
Many things would be nice to know, all right? But we have to set a priority. What is it?
I think that we should go see if the children are there at the farmhouse.
Agreed.
Hmm.
And this whole business about healing potions, these knockoff healing potions that some bandits have, some cultists, I think. We should not bother with that anymore and focus on the human lives at stake.
I recommend if we confront the traders, that we have some solid proof other than just putting two and two together. Because we might be right, but we might also end up damaging outstanding citizens, right? We just have a hunch. But if you can somehow find some more conclusive evidence, I think that would be better.
We could find and test the healing potions. Then we may know.
Sir
I mean,
Gerald kind of recognizes his place amongst the group here. He doesn't push it any further. Just kind of dismisses it very well, like as you wish, and speaks of it no further. So,
So,
at the back of the bar here, sorry, not there, over here, the council regularly meets, and they will be meeting here this evening. Just a reminder to this is kind of a new development that the council has they've they removed Elder Nevitz and Mitch the Miller from the council for their kind of for being complicit a little bit and in cahoots with Taruko, or at least drinking the Kool-Aid to the point of being allowing uh, him to be in the town and for the events that transpired with Byrne to occur. Um, and so they've been removed, and in their place, Elmo, the son of the village militia leader, has been added onto the council, as well as Nyx. She is the owner and proprietor of the Wagoneers, the wagon company here in town. Um, Along with them on the council is Hroth, who is Elmo's father. There is also um, traditionally Jeru, who is sort of like the local faith leader. He's a druid. He's sort of the one that anybody in town that worships um, the old faith, believers in the old faith, would go to him. But he's been missing. Um, really since the last big festival. Right after that, he went missing. Um, and I'm blanking on who the last two were, but there's a number of the folk that are making kind of the decisions here at this time. And you wanted to, Thorwald, you wanted to sort of ask them if they would deliver a message to Verbabank to try to elicit some assistance from the new Viscount.
Yeah, with the provision that we don't people are disappearing on the road, so that could be a danger itself.
Right. Let Verbabank know that there's a bunch of Indians with no chief out here.
Correct.
So Elmo will volunteer almost immediately that he be the one to go and deliver that message. He, can his can handle himself. He's uh, you know handled himself before, and he believes that he'll be able to do so undetected. If there's fear that the cult might be watching the road for you know um, such a message to go out, he feels like he would be able to arrive safely and deliver that. So,
Elmo, if you can wait a little bit for us to deal with our business, I'll go with you to Vermabonk.
he
We travel
says,
together, so you know I can trust you, and you can trust me.
"Well, I'd be happy to have you on the road with me, and but conclude this business quickly if you can." Um,
Of course. You know me. I'm the master of speed.
But in case we don't return within, let's say, 2.5 days, that's information as well for Verbobo, right? Because that means that we got more enemies that we can shoot, which is not good.
so it'll be longer than that. If you're going out to the
Mhm.
farmstead, it's gonna be. It takes you 2 days to get there,
Oh, okay.
so you'll be looking at four days minimum.
4 to 5.
But yeah, he says he can whatever you wish. Um, he'd welcome a company on the road, strength in numbers. Were there other things you wish to consult the council on?
Well, in case the council doesn't know, we'll let them know why we're going there, right? The idea is that whatever Sir Gerald and Dane and the others have shared with us about Nulb, make sure they know it as well, so that for their situational awareness. And so the idea that we don't want to make any idle accusation to the traders, but that's something to take into account, that it's a fact at this point that they hired Sir Gerald here to deliver killing potion to that fortified farmstead where the black haired cultists have taken residence. Um, Guys, anything else we should say?
I think that's
I
good.
think we've said too much already.
Yeah.
Dang. And I will only
Okay.
say that I can vouch for these merchants. We have worked with them in the past, and I believe they are too stupid to run any sort of criminal organization.
Um, Harath says even if they are in cahoots, that it might still be wise to not confront them at this point if you're planning um, a strike on this farmstead, just in case they are the ones that are delivering. They're capable of delivering messages and whatnot out there. You might tip your hand, so to speak. So he says that uh, he'll put out a message to the watch here tonight to kind of just keep an eye out, maybe keep tabs on them a little bit just to see if they notice anything suspicious. But um, in the meantime, they wish you Godspeed on heading out there to the farm and hoping that you might be able to find some of those that are missing. Um, and while they can't pay as well as Burn did for um, such ventures, they'd be willing to pay you each 25 gold um, to sort of compensate you for your time heading out there just to see who you might be able to recover, and if you could maybe bring this Taruko to justice, that would be good for the long-term um, mission of bringing these cultists down.
Absolutely.
Sounds fair.
All right.
Of course.
All right.
Widow, Chernika.
Mhm.
So, are you happy with the payment?
Sounds good to me.
Shall we
So,
ride out this morning?
unless there's anything else here this evening, you would come to early morning and embark, grabbing maybe a little bit of food on your way out the door from the tavern, and where some of you have steeds and such at this point.
Yeah, I'm bringing my donkey.
Yeah, I'll be bringing you Vashti.
Okay. So, I'm going to throw up the map of the surrounding area here. So you're starting down in Hamlet here. Kind of as I suggested to the previous group, is this was kind of the first time you've ever had to make this choice, I think, is there are two roads that lead to Nulb. So this is the destination that you're heading to. Is Nulb is the sister city of Hamlet that is sort of, if you talk to anybody from Hamlet, they'll tell you that it is just a rundown place of crime, and the people there are ill-mannered, and you know all sorts. They always talk trash about the sister city, right? Um,
Terrible beer.
Terrible beer, yeah, like all this kind of stuff. And so the adventurers last time had taken. There's two roads that lead that way. One is the high road, um, which runs right through the marsh where the moat house is. Generally speaking, it's considered. I mean, it's considered faster, but it's also considered more dangerous as it runs right through um, that area where the giant frogs are and knolls and all sorts of other things. The low road takes a bit longer, circumvents the marsh, but takes a little bit longer to get there. So, does your party have a preference which one to take?
Where's the fortress?
It's up by Nulb.
But it's north, south, west of it.
We will say it is south.
Okay. So probably take the high road.
That sounds like you're Dane, so always taking the high road.
How much would we save actually if we took the shortest yet more dangerous
It's a good
route?
question.
Because I mean, if it's just a significant amount of time, we might want to do that. But if it's like just a couple of hours,
I mean, if it's the same road that had the moat house on it, perhaps we'll discover more because that seems to be this cult's territory, right?
So it looks like it's 14 hours versus 18 hours.
so it's 8 hours back and forth. Do you guys wanna take the more dangerous road to gain 8 hours?
I think we made it there. We took the low road last time, and we made it there late into the evening.
Well, that suits
Okay.
us, right? As we want to come behind. We also want to come from surprise. So
But that was
Agreed.
to know, but we still have to get to the farm.
true. That makes sense.
I'm okay with whatever verdict you choose. If you think we should get the high road, I'm on board with the plan. Just making sure we understand the two options well.
All right. Absalom takes a
Flip
coin out of his
coin.
pocket. Yep.
Yeah.
And high road it is. I just start going down the high road
Okay.
unless someone stops me.
Ah, that's fine.
So day one would pass. You start to head into the marshy um, way. As the road at times is a little rough going, but you're not carrying carts, or are you?
Nope, no carts.
Okay. Be more of an issue if you had carts, but if you're just walking on foot with livestock and whatnot, not such a big deal. You make it through first night, no problem. Um, and second day is going to be no problem. And you would be arriving then, sort of, you know, evening-ish, probably late afternoon, depending on when you get get your start in the morning. Um, so at some point you're gonna get to you're gonna have to cross kind of this river, unless you're gonna like go through Nulb to get to the other side. And I'm guessing there isn't an interest in taking that risk, but I guess it's an option. You'd either have to cross the river at some point, which would be no problem. Like you could do it.
I don't think we should show our faces in Knob right now with less than a week from the fight at the hostel.
Yeah, two of us were involved in that fight, so
Eh. Yeah, maybe keep a low profile.
This is
said
time
a
for swimming.
short joke.
Um, Probably the tricky thing here is going to be the livestock.
Keep calling my horse livestock.
Well, you got a donkey and a horse. They're livestock.
Donkey. Donkey is livestock. Horse is beautiful creature.
So you could certainly find like a place to like tie them off or whatnot, but getting them to submerge themselves into the water probably not gonna fly.
Well, how far into town would we have to go? Like, could we just stay on the outskirts if we cross the bridge?
The bridge is in the town.
Oh, it's in the actual town.
Yeah.
How about we send Absalom with the horse and the donkey? I don't think he wasn't with you, right, guys?
No.
So-
Neither was Chernikov, I think.
So I mean, if a couple of us that were not there at the fight wants to try to get the animals past, I think it's gonna be good because having at least your horse Absalom could be useful when we actually get to the fight.
That way, if the rider breaks away, I can chase him down.
Mm-hmm.
So if
So,
you're okay with the plan, as we ford the river, you guys can go around. And hopefully, we'll meet. You know, we find a place that you can see from here that will be fording, and you can go around and meet us there.
Dane, do you trust Chernikov with your donkey?
Of course.
Okay. Chernikov, do you trust Dane's donkey?
Not at all. Let's go.
All right, I will just start moving down the lane towards the city.
Okay. So Absalom and Chernika are going into Nulb with the donkey and the horse. Okay. And then the other three of you are going to ford the river and kind of wait on the other side for them to make their way over,
Sounds like a plan.
with Sir Gerald as well. Okay. Well, I do have a wandering encounter in my pocket, so we're making this happen.
Hell
So,
yeah.
the two of you enter into town. Let's see. Let me just pull up a little short description of Nulb here for you. So, as you make your way towards Nulb, it is this filthy, ramshackle, yet still fairly active village. All of the buildings here are made of turf, mud, brick, or crudely hewn logs. There's only two buildings that have stone foundations, and that would be one of those would be the Waterside Hostel, where we spent much of our time in the previous session, and the other is this large building that serves sort of as a market. It's almost like a flea market on the inside of this other building. And you know, yeah, I was gonna throw up a map, but we'll forego that. I don't think we really need it. I'm just gonna present you with what the conflict is. So as the two of you walk into town, you are quickly surrounded by a number of these kind of thuggish guards in black leather. It seems to be led by this half orc who's just riddled. She's got um, piercings all up and down her ears, her nose, um, and she seems to be kind of the ringleader here. Um, and as you're coming into town, um, they're very much trying to impress upon you sort of an intimidation kind of feel, um, and they they let you know that in order to to pass through Nulb, you got to pay the toll, and you got to pay it to them. And they demand from you 10 gold to safely pass through town.
Oh, 10 gold, my friend, but I think that you are mistaken. We are not passing through town. We are just here to participate in this great city of yours. We are guests. And then
They'll ask you where you're staying, what your business is,
and I will
offer to
I will
escort
say
you there.
well, it's a bit a private sort of guest, if you know what I'm saying. And I will I will say, Chernika, what is that? And I'll point over to the side. It's up to Chernika what happens. But I will show my mysterious healing potion and like tap it. Be like, I have a present for someone. That is what this is all about, huh? So you don't want to interrupt a courier, do you?
She's gonna ask you from whom did you get that?
And I will tell her the truth and just say, to be honest, it just showed up in my pack one day, right? Better that we don't share such information with strangers.
She says that your toll has just gone up. She wants that vial and 10 gold.
Shit. How many are there?
There are 9, including her, 8 thugs and herself.
You don't want to fight.
Damn it. How close are they?
They're pretty tight. I mean, they close in on you. And if you heard the stories from the previous group, there was like 50 of them when they were kind of being rounded up. So there's muscle probably lingering in the shadows that you aren't aware of.
I look at Charnika.
She looks back. Taking her lead from you because you know this crowd.
Tell no one about this, and I will hand over the potion and the 10 gold.
And
She'll hand over 10 gold as well.
with that,
Wait.
they let you pass. They sort of watch you from a distance just to make sure there's no meandering or whatnot. But you make it through Nulb with no further incident.
Wait, each one of them pay 10 gold pieces?
Wasn't that what they were asking?
I don't know.
No, total 10 gold,
Oh,
so
okay. So
Oh.
five each. Okay.
5
Very
each,
good.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I will say, yeah, it's for their health. They are very dirty, Chernikov. They need healthy potions, of course. I was just playing a game with these beggars as I'm like riding out of the town.
So our story is that we beat up 8 people, right?
Yes, and then we gave them a healing potion. It was quite a shame.
We
We
felt
felt
bad.
sorry. That's right. Here, put a little bit of mud on your face. There. Now we look like we've been in a real true scrap.
So you reconvene, probably like, probably 2 hours since you all split. You reconvene on the other side. So at this point, it would be like 6 p.m. I think. So it is kind of autumn days, so it's getting dark. And Sir Gerald would tell you that you probably have maybe about another hour or so to make it to the farm.
Yeah, we want to stop a little bit, not right at the farm, just to do some final reconnoiter, make sure we're not stumbling upon the rider without notice. But yeah, we should make haste. Getting there like right after sundown will be perfect.
Sounds good. So at about 7, you'll have kind of dim light at that point, as you make your way towards. And I assume you're all kind of heading together, at least initially, to get within eyeshot of the farm. So you can all give me stealth checks at advantage. We'll say it's advantage because you're waiting till sundown.
Okay.
This will just be group check.
Oh no. Foundry died.
worked?
Yep, it did.
Give me a second, Alex. My
Sure.
my Foundry had to be refreshed. Just assume it was a natural 20.
Oh wow, I rolled a whole bunch of times. I didn't see that. Sorry.
That's a 20 in there. Just pretend like that one's mine.
I'm just gonna go around and ask each of you what you had. I'm just doing a group check here. Let's see. Thorwald, what did you have?
14.
Dane.
I'm still logging in.
Okay. Udo.
I'm looking. I rolled like 40 times, so I'm looking at the
Okay.
first one.
20.
Yeah, it's a 20.
20. Chernika.
Mine is a 14 as well.
Okay. Let's see. I think I still need Absalom and Dane.
15 for Absalom.
Can you see mine?
What did you have?
16. I see a 16. But
16?
you only rolled once, so if you want to roll a second, I see one
I have
result.
disadvantage, so I would only roll once.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you all get within, probably like within 500 feet of the farmstead, 400 feet. You can see it on the horizon, and you can see. I'm just going to throw up the map of what it looks like, even though you won't be so close. Is that popping up, and can everybody see okay?
Yes, we can see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is more or less the layout. This farmstead is kind of raised up on an outcropping of rock here. You've got a barn to the south. The building that Sir Gerald said seemed like maybe a forge of some sort that they were crafting or doing something in. And then an old farmhouse just to the north. and then this palisade that runs all the way around. For the purpose, this map is not exact. I know it looks like there's a door over here. Just pretend, that's wall right there. Really, the main gate is out over here where this little trail rises up to the kind of peak of the hill. Um, is wide enough for like wagons and horses and such to get up there. Um, Same thing with this fence here. That's not there. Basically, this rider is able to circumvent and go. He basically does like a C back and forth around the backside. So starting from like the top over here, he rides around to the back and then down to the south and then back again and just keeps repeating kind of that kind of with an eye out to the horizon.
What is the average time it takes him to be visible to the three guards in front? Because that will give us the idea how much time we have once we take him out for them to figure out that something is missing.
Unless we have Absalom dress as him and ride around.
That would be amazing, but I think he's trying to sneak back in the back, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
We will say that his entire loop, like one from north to south, would be like 30 seconds on horseback.
So we don't have a lot of time. Got it.
But surely he takes a piss every once in a while. He wouldn't be immediately suspicious if he weren't there, right?
True. Let's say a couple of minutes we have. After we
That's
take
right.
him down, and then we can move into the front and engage them, and that will give you Absalom and Chernikov some time to hopefully gain entrance.
I think so. I think it sounds like a plan. And if we have to burn this place down, we will do it.
Going out with the children and stuff.
Yeah.
We'll get the children out first, and then we'll burn it to the ground.
Okay.
Send a message.
So violent.
So if we can make it like more or less where the N is, or even there, yes,
Mhm.
and kind of set on an ambush for the raider without being seen, that would be amazing.
Is there anything to hide behind or get the
So
the jump on him from?
like if you're doing what Thorwald is saying, like if you approached from the north and like as the rider was on his downswing to the south, you could probably run down and kind of get pretty close to the incline there, and you don't see anybody on the roof of the house or anything. Hard to say if there's anybody watching from the house itself, but assuming you're not seen by somebody inside there, yeah, you could definitely get to kind of a blind spot and get a surprise from that vantage point.
When he comes around the corner, go pa pa. No. Okay. That sounds good. Like a good plan to me.
What could go wrong?
It always goes wrong, but the
Yeah.
plan is sound.
So should we just wait till he goes down and just do it? Go for it?
I mean, we can get that set up, right? First, we move a little bit away from the farmhouse and try to quickly close down to the north of the house when he's going down. That should give us 30 seconds of run to this area and just get some cover for when he gets back.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So go ahead and give me another stealth check. Just normal stealth check as you're heading down there to to that spot.
We do have re-rolls in case anyone wants to
Oh
use
yes,
it.
I didn't mention that. You did. The chat did buy you rerolls earlier.
What do you think, Dane? Do we re-roll it?
If I re-roll it, do I have to re-roll it at disadvantage again?
Yes.
Yeah, I would think.
Then no.
Okay. Udo.
I'll get. I probably have to do it at disadvantage again because I'm wearing my crazy armor. So, but I'll give it a shot. I'll re-roll it.
Do it. Do it.
Did it not come through? Oh, there we go. Okay.
Better.
Decent.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's see how to describe this. So as you're all like sprinting from the darkness south, Absalom, Thorwald, Udo, Chernika, you're all kind of bowl ahead and are right on course, right on track to make it to the spot that you'd all talked about. Dane, um, just pushing yourself a little bit harder. It's a little bit harder for you to kind of keep up with everyone. You trip and fall um, as you're running, and you can hear as that happens the voices from this side over here are kind of like murmuring a bit.
I'm going to stay on the ground
All right.
and just cover up.
Okay. So you're kind of like just trying to like kick up some of the dirt and such onto yourself and just lay prone out there, hoping that they don't see you.
Yeah, I look like a rock.
Okay. So
I
you
hear.
hang
You
you
are a
hang
dwarf.
you hang tight out there. Um, Pretty soon you hear the galloping of the horse, kind of coming back up from the rear, and at this point, I'm assuming that the four of you that made it there have some ready like actions that you're just going to
Yeah.
throw out on this guy. So go ahead. Each of you can have essentially one action that you were holding for this moment, whether it's one attack, one spell, whatever it is. Throw it out there, and I'll go one by one and kind of ask each of you what that was. And
This would not get sneak attack, right? Even though
you'll
it's
get.
technically a sneak attack. You know what I mean?
He's gonna be surprised, so I'm gonna give you like if you hit, you got sneak attack
Okay.
damage.
Does a 19 hit?
Yes. Okay, so we'll start here with Absalom. So you're shooting out with like hand crossbow. Okay. 13 points. All right, so that strikes Thorwald. What did you have readied?
I had an index throwing it right now, but a roll of 13, so probably miss.
Unless you want to use one of them rerolls.
Do it. Do it.
Okay, I'll do it. Why not? Roll again.
It's the most important part of the session.
Oh, come on.
That's better.
That one is going to miss. Udo, what did you have readied?
So yeah, I was thinking he was gonna be kind of close up, so that he could just kind of like clothesline him with his long sword. So let's see if he hits on. 16.
16 won't get there.
All right.
And Cherry, what did you have?
I tried with the great axe, and I think my settings are somehow still on raging and reckless, so I think it's just a 12.
Okay, 12 will miss.
Is this as far away from him as I am? Or am I further back?
So we're going to have to do, this map is not really fitted to be gridded 5 feet squares and all that. This is more or less going to be theater of the mind. So distances and such, we're going to be somewhat generous here. We'll say that you kind of tripped up maybe like, we'll say 45 feet away from the rest of the group. Far enough out that you wouldn't maybe easily be spotted in the darkness, but, you know.
How far away from him am
Um, like I said, we're going to be kind of generous with distances. Theater of the mind. You're we'll say 45 feet away, but not within running up and hitting him distance because you fell a bit back.
All right.
Oh,
I
you
can
know
see
what?
my friends attacking him, right?
You can see all that, yeah.
Okay. And when they do that, I'm going to get up and guiding bolt him too.
Oh, okay. Hold on though, because that was their kind of surprise piece that I was given for them for getting up there. But I realized I need to throw Jerry on here because I didn't have him do this.
You do have a DM reroll, just so you're aware.
I do. He's okay. He got up there. So he's got he had a spear. We'll say he shot that out at him, but not so good. All right. So right here is where we're going to roll initiative.
All right.
So you should be all good to go ahead and do that. Look at all damn dice.
Oh, we're rolling initiative.
We did not roll good. Luckily, the bad guys didn't roll well either.
Okay. Thorwald, you are up first.
Awesome. Somehow I'm first. I'm just gonna, run for him with
Okay.
with my longsword and try to engage him. So let's see if I can hit him this time. Okay, we go.
I'll just
Not
move
like
your
that.
tokens so you're just kind of like relative distance, so we could see who's in
Yeah.
melee and whatever.
Yeah, I missed him terribly.
All right. So next up is Udo.
All right, so he's gonna attack with the first long sword. I think that misses, right? 16.
16 will miss.
Yep, and then he'll go with the other hand, other long sword. And that's a 17.
That hits.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so it's 8 or one-handed damage. Yeah.
All right. All right. Next up is Absalom.
All right. Question on mounted combat. Can I move normally and attack, or how does that go? I've never actually been on a horse in a fight.
Let's take a look.
Dun, dun, dun. Casey, help me. You did this. I got a horse because of you. Because I was trying to read about it just now. I was like, I probably should have read this earlier. And it was confusing me. So I was like, fuck. Hopefully Alex just knows.
Oh, I very much dislike mounted combat in
All right, I'm going to hop
5e.
off my horse. Okay.
So let's take the time to figure it out.
Okay.
All
'cause she
right,
might
so
roll
mounted
beyond you.
combat. Once during your move, you can mount a creature that is within 5 feet of you. Controlling your mount. While you're mounted, you have two options. You can either control the mount or allow it to act independently. You can control a mount only if it has been trained to accept a rider. Yes. Okay. The initiative of a controlled mount changes to match yours when you mount it. It moves as you direct it, and it has only 3 action options: dash, disengage, and dodge. So the mount's initiative would essentially be your movement. And I think you could choose, to have its initiative essentially right before yours or right after yours, depending
Yeah.
on
Okay.
what you want to do.
Okay. Cool. So I'm just gonna ride up on it. I don't want to, normally I'm not interested in abusing the mount, and I probably would just hop off. But in this particular case, it's important that we
Yeah.
kill this guy. So I'm just gonna yeah, he Vashti, and I'm gonna ride up, and I'm going to take out my dagger. Actually, no, I'll take out my short sword. And I'm gonna kind of slash him with my action as I'm running across. So here's my short sword attack. That is a miss. And then I will bonus action take my dagger at him, the not cursed dagger. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna burn a reroll. Is that okay? How many rolls do we
Yep.
have left? Like 2?
3 right now.
Doing it. Come on. Oh, 17.
17 hits.
Oh,
All right. That's it. This needs to be subtracted. I'm gonna try something real quick. I'm gonna try -2 and see if that works. I think that
Whoa.
did that mathematically work? And I'm
Uh,
taking away the attack bonus because I don't get the +2. You know what I mean?
okay. The +2. It's not cursed dagger, but it's a magical dagger. That's where the +2 comes from. Got it. Yeah, that
Yeah.
works.
Okay, so 17.
17. All right.
Just and then gosh, I'm going to, because I have swashbuckler, I'm going to disengage for free.
Are you
And I'm gonna,
dismounting the mount though?
oh, you know what? That's a good point.
This is why I
No.
dislike mounted combat, because
Help.
you
I
get
think the horse
stuck.
can disengage.
You
I'm
get
a-
it engaged for free, not your horse.
That's right.
Yep.
I think the horse can take a disengage action though, right?
But it already took its
But I
turn,
took
right?
an action. Never mind. Fuck it. I'm just gonna hang out here.
That's what's like weird about it, is like you could move and then your character could do stuff, but then you can't move away.
Yeah. Basta, you a stupid horse.
So, um,
It's all good. I want to pin him down anyways.
okay. So, from around the corner here, one of the bandits was checking out the noise. Has a light crossbow. Is gonna see Chernikov there and is gonna try to take a shot. But rolls a 7 and will miss. Sir Gerald is up next. I think sees that this is handled here. He's going to take notice that you're being kind of snuck up on. Probably heard maybe Cherry kind of react a little bit to that shot. Moves over here, long sword in hand, and is going to try to cut this one down. Ooh, he rolls a nat 1. He hasn't had a drink in a couple of days.
got the shakes.
Got the shakes. He has multi-attack. He'll try to take a second swing. And that one's going to land. deals 7 points. He's going to have to do a con save for that. And fails. Rolls a d10 for the shock effect. And I'm pretty sure that goes down to 0 hit points, so this one goes down.
Sir Gerald is the best. Feel that.
My bestest drinking buddy.
Cherry, it's your turn.
Alright. Gotta look at the map. So Cherry's just gonna kind of ignore the bolt that went by her head. And is gonna run up to the horse guy. And try and take another swing with her axe.
That will miss unless you want to take a reroll.
Go for it if you want.
Do it. Do it.
Alright, I'll try to reroll. No, that's even worse.
Chernikov, we said to swing better this time, not worse. Don't think of his children. Just kill him.
He's so tall on the horse.
Don't you worry, Chernikov, we have him. We surround him 4-1. Kind of.
I know what's gonna happen next.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I need to look up the wording on something.
Ooh.
On disengage.
Semantics, that can't be good.
Also worth noting, I did 17 points of damage. It did not trigger a shock roll. So
You
that means
had-
that was
On him? No.
half
Yeah.
health.
Yeah, he's
I know.
he's
I'm
okay.
doing the math.
He's beefy, boafy.
He's a beefy boy.
So if the mount takes a disengage action, it only works for the mount, right?
I would assume that means for the rider, because otherwise, what would be the value? Right?
How could
Surely.
you? Yeah, if your mount disengages, how could you still be still be engaged? Right?
Yeah, because you'd be forced movement, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That makes
that's
sense.
fair.
Okay, that makes sense. So what he does basically here is he pulls out a horn and
Fuck.
lets out. You didn't kill him in that first round, and so he uses his action to blow the horn and put everyone on high alert. His horse is going to go after him. It's going to be a disengage, and then he's going to move 60 feet away. All right. Dane, it is your turn.
So I have a range of 120 feet for my guiding bolt. I
Sure,
believe I can hit the guy on the horse.
sure.
Nice. I just want to note that when we enter a area and try to be quiet, we should just start playing the Benny Hill soundtrack instead.
I did. I use a reroll.
Sounds good. So last reroll.
Oh, nat 20.
But you got the
Nice.
crit.
Worthy.
There's nothing better than critting a guiding bolt. It's so good. Look at that.
Wow.
So that will take him down. His horse will just continue kind of riding off straight ahead. But he falls off the horse and is down on the ground.
Good job, Dane.
Yeah. Just a brief moment too late.
Well, at least we don't have to chase him. That would have been even worse.
That would have been Absalom's job.
Exactly. Like, you're not keep up with a horse.
I'm wearing plate mail. I ain't running nowhere.
All right, so then we are back to the top.
That would be right.
Sort of. Um,
Oh, okay.
We shall see.
How high is this fence?
Palisade, about 10 feet. 8, well, yeah, 10 feet. Okay. Thorwall, it is your turn.
Okay, I will move all the way, and I'm not counting. You let me tell me where I can, as far as I can go with one move, and then
Yeah, that sounds good.
and then I will. I see the two guards there. It seems to be ready, in a defensive position.
Yeah, and
Um,
as you come within their eye shot, they both got their crossbows trained on you, and
oh, okay.
they both will use their readied actions here.
Okay.
First one is a miss. Second one, who is also a miss.
Wow, I'm lucky. Okay. After they did this, I'll finish my movement with a dash. At this point, I want to get close. So I don't know if that's gonna get me that close. You decide.
Probably not. Actually, the dash probably got you to there.
Okay, so I'll
The-
stay there. That's it.
Um, all right, Udo, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, you said the palisade there is 10 feet tall.
Yep. And it's built kind of right on the kind of edge of this raised up um, terrain. So it'd be a little bit difficult to climb up the steep incline and then climb over the fence.
Yeah.
Not impossible. There'd probably be some skill checks and whatnot involved, but um,
Now, I have this giant's might uh, thing. If I were to make myself a large creature, would that make it any easier to get up and over?
oh, let's see. What is the ability?
Well, let's see. I can send it to the thing. It says, as a bonus action, you magically gain the following benefits, which last for 1 minute. If you are smaller than large, you become large, along with anything you are wearing. You have advantage on strength checks and strength savings throws, and one of your attacks can get more damage.
Okay, so like what you want to do is use this ability, become large, and then like climb up and like scale the
Yeah,
cliff there and
yeah,
get up and over the fence. Yeah,
yeah.
strength athletics check at advantage if you use that. Does it take an action to use the
It
ability?
says it says it's a bonus action.
Bonus action. Okay, so bonus action to use that ability, then an action to do your skill check to get up and over,
Okay, cool.
and
Let's
then
do
that's
that. And you said at advantage.
advantage. Yeah.
Okay. And you said strength athletics.
Yep. Okay, so the 18, yeah. So and you were kind of like running up, gonna pop up over here.
Okay. Cool.
So that happens. You drop in. You know, you just kind of like, "Rrrr," you know, right hand up, hoist yourself up, climb, and you're just like, you know, um, you manage to kind of like as you grab hold. I'm just thinking of like Andre the Giant or something going over like the top rope. Like it's you're not quite that big maybe to like just lift a leg up and over this palisade, but you're able to just kind of like hoist yourself up. You probably cut yourself like a little bit on the sharp edges of the palisade, but we'll say it's kind of superficial. And you drop in on the courtyard here,
Okay.
and you drop in right behind these four uh, leather armor wearing figures who all have crossbows that are pointed at the door here.
Okay. And so I use my action. I use my bonus. I don't have anything left, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so you just kind of drop up here. I'm
Okay.
going to say their readied actions aren't. Well, I guess maybe that would be a benefit a little bit. So this is what we're going to do. They all turn around to shoot at you, but because you're like right in their face as you jump over, their readied actions are all going to be at disadvantage.
Okay. And I'm gonna yell something like really just like.
Boo!
And you're wearing this armor, right? This magical armor.
Yes, I
So
am.
like I think there's like no chance that they're going to hit you.
They'd practically have to roll double crit.
Yeah. So this is probably
No chance.
just
Oh.
an exercise in futility here, but yeah, you hop over. It kind of freaks them out. They turn around and they're just like ricocheting bolts, hitting the side of that magical suit of armor.
Nice.
All right, so you're in. Absalom, it is your turn.
All right, Alex. I've got some shenanigans up underfoot here, but first is I can't remember. Is this door actually a back door?
There's no back door. There's just the front door.
Oh, rats. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to hold a grapple action on Chernika, and the condition is when I ride past her, I'm gonna try to grab her up on the horse. And the idea is I will ride past her and grab her. Is that acceptable to you?
I see. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the mount rules. So basically, Absalom is readying a grapple, like you're gonna hoist her up in
I'm
the
gonna hoist her
horse.
up on the horse with me. Is what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, and the horse is then taking its action and riding past. It's doing its
And
dash or
dashing.
whatever. Yeah. That works.
Okay, so I'm gonna go 120 feet then. Sharnika, do you let me grab you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of more like like I ride by with my arm out, and you could spurn me. I probably wouldn't try. But I'm like up on the horse, Vashti, ride, and I'm gonna try to take us both 120 feet from where I was at. So these are 10-foot squares, so get like 12 squares.
Yeah, you could use that as kind of a guide.
Okay. So I was there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm gonna drop us, if that's cool with you, I'm gonna drop us like right there. Whoa, I can't move Chernika. So like put her well, we'll be in the horse together.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. All right. And that is all I got.
The door to the farmhouse opens. And this lovely fellow, I don't know why it's still showing him as bloodied from the previous battle, but he's not bloodied. He's at full health. Taruko steps forth. And he's going to cast. He's going to cast Earth Tremor on you, Udo. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Now I have dexterity saves. Hang on, I'll do it from where. Okay.
Oh, Galaxian got you some rerolls too, it looks like here.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
13.
All right, 13 saves.
Nice.
So the big effect here would have been that you would have fallen prone. So, although I don't see anything that says that anything happens to you if you make it, so I think you're good.
Nice.
So that is what he does. Kind of keep his distance a little bit from you. Sir Gerald is up next. He's just going to kind of run up. It's going to take his entire movement, dash and all, to get up into the face of these two bandits here. And then one of the bandits at the top of the hill here is going to drop his crossbow and pull out his scimitar and try to swing at him as he's charging forward. First one is going to miss, and that's all he's got. So next up is Cherry. You're on the back of the horse here, riding along with Absalom. So you kind of, unless you're dismounting from the horse, kind of on the ride, waiting for the horse's turn for movement.
And sorry, are the blocks 10 or 5?
They are 10.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I'll stay on the horse and give the javelin a try. I think it's a disadvantage, though.
From that distance, I think you're right.
But we got rerolls.
There is that, or you could ready an action for when you're closer, when the horse moves up closer.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll ready an action to throw the javelin when it gets closer.
Cool,
Because
sounds
we're not
good.
there yet. Or poke with it, I guess.
Yeah, once you're in range where it's not going to be disadvantage. All right, this other bandit over here on the cliff here as well is going to do the same thing. Drop his crossbow. He's going to try to pull out his scimitar and take a swing at Jerry. Roll comes in and misses. Dane, it is your turn.
Now, can I see through these walls?
No, it's they're like wooden logs that are bound together.
All right, I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon as my bonus action. And attack one of the guys that is attacking our little sir guy.
That will hit.
So
9
damage.
points. He's going to make a con save. Fails. He gets to roll a d10. I'll look that up, but I don't think it's dead, so he's still up.
Okay, and for my action, I will dash another 30 feet. So am I beside Sir Gerald, or is there a way?
Yeah, that's a very wide, pathway up. So if you can get up there, you can get up there. Um,
And that's all I got.
right. All right. Okay, this guy that got hit with the system shock, he's can't take reactions and has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks till the end of his next turn. So he's in a bad way right there. Thorwald.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm
oh,
sorry. I got this
yeah.
one bandit here. I guess I can reveal all these guys now.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, a lot
It's
more
all right.
people.
They're all gonna attack me.
Yes. Fortunately, you're not prone. That was the setup that the spellcaster was trying to set up. So this guy is just is gonna pull out scimitar and try to hit you with that.
You got certain magical armor, so you're basically impervious to all but the best rolls.
I think that it's a 20.
That
My
hits.
AC is 20, so that hits. Yeah.
Oh wow, it's his lucky
Thorold,
day.
you're so lucky.
Yeah.
Lucky charm.
5
So that's
points.
6 points.
And remind me not to charge this by saying you're
Ow.
impervious and then you get hit because
Right. Right.
Thorwald, now
Actually,
you're up.
I'm gonna use a reaction actually on
Mm.
that. I'm gonna use my stones. Hang on, let me find it. What's it called? It's called
Is it Stone's Endurance?
yes, that's it exactly. Stones endurance. So I'm as a reaction, I'm gonna do damage dealt to me by 1d12 plus 1. So let me roll that. Oh, 2. Cool.
Cuts it down a little bit.
Yeah. Cool.
yeah, Towel with just dash is out of range to do anything meaningful. So double action dashing as a bonus action will start raging.
Okay,
Because at this point is in melee range, and that's it.
sounds good. Next up, number of the bandits are up. This one here is he's going to provide the help action for the next one that gets up here. So he kind of like grabs hold of like kind of the back of your armor a little bit and is just trying to, you're too large at this point to really be controlled, but it's annoying enough that he's just giving a little distraction for this next one that's coming up here. And so he's going to step up and take a swing at advantage. Oh, and that's terrible. I'm gonna use my one DM reroll that I have here from Paul earlier.
Good luck.
Not really much
Oh.
better.
Wow.
So these guys they're kind of like piling on, and you're just like ragdolling them around as they're like kind of clinging and like their swords are just clanging against your armor and not finding a way to strike into flesh. Um, okay, then this other one here, he's just gonna take a swing at normal. 17 will miss. Udo, you're being kind of dogpiled here.
Let me ask you, if I were to, how far away is the caster for me? If I were to incur all these attacks of opportunity, could I reach him to attack him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna incur all the attacks of opportunity, and I'm gonna try to get up to him and attack.
All right. Oh, that's a big old 1, so I better resolve that before I go any further. See if it's a fumble. Okay, normal. Just a miss. 15 will miss. 2 more.
Wow. Two
Oh,
fumbles out of 14.
oh, that was a 1 as well. Okay, so we'll resolve that. Okay, does miss. So you just like kind of toss them aside, plow forward, and get right up. You're towering down, looking down at Taruko, who's um, wielding a quarterstaff. Seems like he's probably getting ready to cast another spell.
Okay.
But maybe you'll
So yeah,
stop that.
I am. Yes, I'm going to attack him with the long sword with my first hand. Let's see if this hits.
Reroll.
You
Reroll.
might
Yeah,
want
let's
to roll
re-roll it.
that.
Let's
Yeah.
re-roll it.
All right.
Okay, let's do that again. Come on, Daddy wants some shoes.
Oh, that's a critical hit.
All right.
Now just remember, on this critical hit, you can choose either to do it the normal way, or you could choose to roll on the critical table.
I feel like last time I rolled on the critical table it was not so awesome, so I'm just gonna do it the normal way is double damage, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna do that.
Double dice. Double the
dice.
dice you would normally roll.
So you also get double your giant smite dice.
Let's see what that.
I think it's a D6.
Yes.
To the force, you add to whatever your normal double damage.
Okay. So let's see. How do I roll this? I'm just hit roll damages, and I think it does it do it for me. Critical hit one-handed. I'm confused by this now.
So you roll 8 for your critical, but you still have 2 force to add to it.
For my
Because
my
you're
giant
one
smite?
size. Yeah.
Yep. So 2d6s, right?
2 to force.
Oh, it's a the giant smite is a d6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So okay. So let me roll that.
Yeah, I think it's weird because the growth spell or the enlarge spell is D4s, but this
D4.
thing
okay,
is
this is different.
yeah.
Oh, that is weird. Wonder why.
2d6.
You did a
All
lot
right.
of damage to him.
9.
So just to
And hang
confirm,
on.
is that a total of 18?
It's a total
17.
of 17.
17. All right.
And
No,
then
more than that.
I'm going to use my my rune, my fire rune as well to try to fire shackle him.
Wait a second, he's right. It's more than that. Because the damage is 9 plus 8 plus 9. So 18
Yeah.
plus 8, 26?
Okay.
27.
27.
No, you're right. 26.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay.
26, yeah.
I put a hurting on him.
Yeah, I'll be down.
Oh, you know what? He's got to do a con save.
Udo, you massacred him.
Oh, he saves. He made it.
I want to
Barely.
use this fire rune to fire shackle him as well. And I'll send that to the deal here. Let's see, fire rune, display in VTT.
Extra 2d6 fire.
Yep, and then it says
strength saving throw.
yes for I guess to keep him shackled there. So let me roll the 2d6. Oh, he probably saved.
Definitely makes it.
Yeah, there's the 2d6 for the extra
another 8
points.
damage. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Would that not be double too, or is that not part of his attack action?
Oh, I think it is part of it.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, roll another
Another one?
2d6. Yep.
Okay.
Big burst damage here.
Damn. Woo!
Yeah,
Lord.
he's within an inch of his life here. As you charged forward and just like roared and invoked this incredible blast of fire that emits from your blade and strikes into him.
Nice.
Wow, nice round,
Thank you.
Absalom.
All right. I have a question for you, Alex. How tall is the palisade from like right here?
Um, like from the ground level up,
Mm-hmm.
like 18 feet.
Hmm. Okay. So 18 feet. I wanted to know if I'm riding on my horse and I try to do like an acrobatic jump from my horse, could I clear it, or do you think 18 is too high?
We'll do a skill check. Even if you don't grab completely hold of the top of the palisade, you can maybe kind of use that leverage
Get
to kind of
impaled.
get get close enough up there. I mean,
Got
yeah,
it.
that one. I like the impale idea. So, um, yeah,
Chernika, you Vasti is
acrobatics.
taking a quite a liking to you, right? You know how to handle her. And I'm just gonna leap off. I'm gonna stand on the saddle and do like a cowboy trick show and just flip backwards off of the horse and try to land over the palisade
Nice.
with an acrobatics check.
This would be like if Hagrid was gonna do like a Orlando Bloom move.
I'm gonna stick with the 15.
So with the 15, you manage to kind of you don't maintain your balance for long, but you leap from the horse and you manage to grab hold of kind of the very top of the palisade, and you can, I think, given your size and whatnot, effectively uh, kind of leapfrog over that and swing your legs around and drop to the other side.
Gotcha. And that'd be an action, right?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. And then I will hold on, I don't think I have any bonus actions. I will do I will bonus action. Actually, I'll just move over here and hide behind the wizard.
That would have been so rad if you just like popped in and like daggered him and he just dropped.
I know, I was kind of hoping I could make it, but I had to take the action. She's like, yes, you are mine, Taruko. I think whoever you are. That's my turn.
He takes his turn. He steps 5 feet down this way, and he brings his staff downward and casts a shatter spell right there, kind of move in front of him. So that is going to be. I don't remember.
It's a con, is it?
Con save. Yep.
Con save.
Cliff used that spell every game in Eberron, so I feel like I should know that one.
Come on.
Oh, you want us to roll, Alex?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll.
All right.
Do we have rerolls?
You have rerolls.
I'm gonna use mine. Is that okay with everybody?
Yeah.
Is that 2 rerolls coming up?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. I think so. Yeah.
It was worth it. Udo, do you see my cool trick?
Jesus.
We both- This is not good.
All right.
Oh, it's gonna make me place it. So. Yeah, sure.
I'm probably gonna use my stone's endurance on this. Yep.
14.
I will use my stone's endurance to reduce that.
See if I can do anything. I don't think I can. I think I already did.
All right. And that will take a whopping 3 points off that damage. How much is it? 14, so 11. I need to do a shock roll. It's con save, right?
Yep. DC 13.
I feel like I've used a lot of the rerolls.
God.
So
Do you want to use
I
another
will-
one?
I will They only have 2 left. I'm not gonna hog all the rerolls.
No,
I'll
no,
take
no,
it.
no. Use it. You might
Oh.
you going down. It's not something
It
we're
could
gonna
be.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, here we go. Okay.
Oh! All right, you made it.
I think I have to do a shock roll as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Did I
Yep.
need to roll for that too, or it's just on the edge?
No, because that template is scaled for 5 feet squares. So you wouldn't be in it.
Hmm. Yeah.
So Udo, con save.
Con save. Did so well on that last time.
There you go.
You made it.
All right, cool.
And that is all he's got. So with that shatter spell, as he casts that, it blows away a bit of the palisade right over here. So
That's convenient.
there is a pathway up. You probably still have to do like a small like strength athletics just to kind of like get up there, but it's not nearly what you would have needed to climb the palisade. Sir Gerald is up next. He's gonna take a swing at one of these bandits.
I'm Butterbean.
And we're getting a raid here from Wily Hobbit. Thanks for the raid. How y'all doing? We're playing some Temple of Elemental Evil here tonight. Hope y'all had a good game. Yeah, so he's gonna take a longsword swing at that will hit. For 9 points of damage. This one here will do a con save. He'll make it. And then Jerry will try to hit him with his second swing. That will also hit and take him down. Oh! Actually, Cherry, I think when the horse moved with Absalom, you had a readied action.
Yes.
So
Oh,
we'll
that's
say
right. Yeah.
that brought you within range if you wanted to try to see if you could hit this one here.
Sure.
And that hits.
Awesome.
Oh, I think that's a attack roll.
Oh, did I roll wrong?
You gotta hit the damage button.
Oh, shoot, sorry.
You're good. I thought was the damage for a second. I was like, Chernikov, what have you got up your sleeves? I smite him.
And yeah, you hurl your javelin, thunk, right through the chest. He goes Wilhelm scream down off the ledge. And so that was your ready action. Now it's your actual turn.
Alright. Sorry, how high is this broken area now?
Now, from the horse, you could probably just hop right up there at this point, given how close Absalom probably had to get up there to do his maneuver.
Alright, yeah. I'm gonna hop up there and try to get over. Is that my action to jump it?
Nope. For this, since the palisade has been blown down by that shatter spell, we'll just say that's just movement. So, are you trying to get up by Taroko? Yeah, no problem. You can get like right up in his face.
Alright, then I'm gonna rage and swing with the axe.
Oh, let's do it.
Click so many things.
I'd be so happy if he doesn't get a chance to shatter me again.
The ideal, yeah. Hate that spell.
We got a last roll if you want to take it.
Oh. Is that all right?
Do it. It's worth killing the mage.
Hey,
All right.
Yep,
Okay,
you go for it.
definitely.
Please.
Oh,
Oh,
the crit! The crit
Oh
was
my
there.
God.
It wanted to be a 20.
All right.
so he's gravely wounded, but he still has just a little bit of wherewithal. He's dodging your blows as you go swinging away. Up next is Dane.
So can I get into there, or
Yeah, so basically you can kind of sidle along the ledge there and get over to where the palisade has been busted up if you wanted to swing around in there.
do I need to do any dex check or anything like that?
Let's say it's a DC 8 acrobatics check.
And we don't have any more rerolls, right?
No more
no.
rerolls.
We burned
We
them
don't.
all.
It's up to you, Dane.
Dane.
Phew! Just kind of like lose your footing. You don't like fall prone or anything, but you lose your footing and end up just kind of sliding down to the base there.
And I can't see him.
You cannot see him.
All right, for my bonus action, I will move my spiritual weapon.
Kind of
And
inside the courtyard.
yeah. So basically behind the 3 people that are there.
Sounds good. So, is there anything about spiritual weapon that suggests you have to see the target?
I think when you cast it,
No, because the cast is not to see someone. You cast it within the range, and then the spell attacks.
Yeah.
oh,
I think. Let's see.
As you
That-
create
yeah.
a floating, yeah.
you make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I'll let you have some fun with this if you want. If you wanted to like move it like up and over the palisade to like bonk him.
Take a guess
Sure.
where he's at.
That sounds awesome.
Dane, over here. No, to the left. Right. A little bit. No, down. Right there. Bonk him.
Now, how do I cast this without casting the spell again?
Playing Whack-A-Caster.
I think when you cast spells, you can choose to consume a spell slot or not. Maybe. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've done that.
I am not sure.
Yep,
Did
he's
that
right.
work?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh yeah, there's a checkbox.
Fuck.
Man.
That would have been
So-
perfect. So poetic.
So roll a d6.
I'm like, no, Dane, no, to the left.
You gonna hit?
Oh my
Oh
god.
no. Okay, let's let me consult the charts.
Oh Lord.
It's a night of stark contrast.
Oh, wait.
Someone's gonna have wonderful hits, killing people, and some of us can't even get stuff.
This is a card pull. I feel like we don't have so many of these anymore because we usually have the rerolls to deal with it.
I know. The rerolls sometimes save the day in community.
Yeah.
All
Gotta
right.
up the price, Alex.
I know there's a lot of inflation happening. So this is a spell. Mm,
Could be like a spell burn. What is that? Is it DCC that you lose the spell for the day or something? That'd be really bad.
That one doesn't really work.
I have the other thing, so
Oh, so the spiritual weapon fizzles, and you're
Oh.
unable to cast a spell for 1 minute.
okay.
All right. We're back to the top, and it's one of the bandits who are up next. Um, Again, this one's gonna run up, help action to his next buddy here, Thorwald.
Okay. Thor will try to run through the opening that has been created for him.
Okay.
Uh,
Let's have you do acrobatics as you kind of do that as well. DC 8.
yeah, I'm in luck because it's dexterity. So let's see. Normal. Holy cow! Really?
You're right down at the base there with Dane.
Ah, what a night. Torward is enraged and can't do anything. Okay.
Throw me up.
Just throw a javelin. Just take a just like toss it in there.
Yeah, I'll throw a jaw at this guy. There's a guy here that should be in range, even if I'm out of the base. If I can see him, I'm not sure.
Well, tell you what, as you're losing your footing, if you want to take like an attack like at disadvantage just to kind of like wildly throw this as you're going down while you can still see him.
I know I'm in range, so he's not reasoning properly. So he's gonna probably take it. Why not? It's never gonna hit, but
You
It's not
might.
like-
It'd be even
Not gonna-
sweeter if you did.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll go for the end axe because that's even more wild. Attack disadvantage.
I mean, they don't have great ACs.
Wow, I rolled
yeah,
a
that
20 though.
that
I
hits.
rolled a 20 though, so that actually hits. So damage.
If I believed in God, Thorwald, I would believe your God was helping you.
That's actually a 6 because I'm raging.
6. Okay, 6 is going to trigger con save for him. He'll
Makes
make that.
Close.
All right. So bandits are going to start to try to dogpile onto Udo once more. So this first attack's at advantage. $17 will miss. Yeah, these two are doing the same thing. Help action, and then the other one is taking the attack. 18 will also miss. Udo, it is your turn.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna try to take this magic user out. So let us. Where did my?
We might not want to kill him outright because he's the guy who might know a lot of stuff. But
Okay,
just
so I
saying.
guess I'll try to make it non-lethal then. Can I do
Okay.
that with a longsword?
Sure.
Okay.
Pommel strike. That's probably super lethal in real life.
Does a 14 hit?
Does not.
Okay. I'll try to do the same with my offhand with the non-lethal styles.
That'll hit.
Okay. And then I'll add the 1d6 for the giant smite.
He goes down.
Awesome. It's a big giant bonk. Go
Yeah.
sleep now.
I'm gonna pop him over the head with my sword, and I'm just gonna kind of turn around at the other bandits and just be like,
They all have the fear of God in their eyes, seeing that you've taken out their employer. Um, Absalom, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going to dance around 10, 20, 30. And I'm going to dagger this guy. Actually, I'm short sword this fellow here. So there's the attack.
Hits.
16. That's a hit. That has sneak attack. Because it is with the body.
He goes down.
So. Oh, dang. I moved 30 feet, didn't I? Sucks. All right, I'll just like shrug. Like, kill the rest of them. That's it.
Taroko is down. Jerry, he'll attempt to
Yeah.
get in there.
Jerry can make an 8. Come on. Oh,
I mean,
no.
you'd think he would be practiced with walking in a straight line, but not so much. He goes
Never you're
tumbling
drunk
down.
again.
Chernika, it is your turn.
All right, so Trinika's gonna go reckless on this one. And she's just gonna run at the guy over by the house and take another swing. See if this one hits.
You can do it, Chanika. There you go.
That hits.
That should be an advantage, isn't it?
Oh yeah, reckless is advantage.
They're all against you.
You might crit, you know.
You did
Oh,
crit.
nice.
I'm a lucky charm, Chanika.
Yeah. All right.
Good work, Dane, with the reminder.
Thank you. I'm just gonna take the quick.
Taking the normal.
I'm gonna go the
No.
normal route.
It's plenty. He goes down. All right. Dane, it is your turn.
See if I can get back up here. You said athletics? Or
Yeah, go ahead and do a athletics check to see if you can climb up there.
Oh, no problem. That
No
time.
problem.
Horse got
You
out of the
climb her
way.
up there.
And I will hit this guy with my mace.
That will hit. Six
6
points.
damage.
He goes down.
And I'm too far away from the other one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
I don't think I can do anything else.
I think the last guy is just gonna say.
I'm going to tell him that he should surrender.
sounds good. Thorwald, it is your turn.
Yeah, so let's see if Torwald can make it this time. He really thinks he can do it, so we'll see.
Climbing up there.
Acrobatic. Yeah, climbing out in there with acrobatics, and no problem.
Okay, yep,
And
you get up there.
and then I go into this guy's face and I roar in his face. Down or I'll kill you. Ready on action. If he doesn't surrender, I'm gonna attack him.
Oh.
All right. He's going to disengage. And he runs towards the well here. And you just see him, like, he hops down, and like um, probably in the middle of the combat you didn't realize this, but there's a bit of rope there that's like been nailed to the side on the like a little rope ladder that's been nailed on the inside of the well, and he just like kind of rug burn and all just slides right down there, and you can hear kind of a splash, and you can kind of hear him fumbling around at the base of the well. And then it's Udo's turn.
Well, I guess I'll go after him. Yeah, can I just go is he like I guess I'll just kind of go jump down and see if I land on top of him.
Sure. You want to intentionally try to like tackle him as you're coming down?
Yeah.
Give me I don't know. Let's just resolve it with a strength athletics.
Okay.
I think you've got advantage because of your
My ginormousness, yes. Okay, here. There we go. 16.
Yeah, you fall. He kind of breaks your fall. You don't take any damage as you tackle him to the ground. You can kind of sense you probably hit him so hard that he probably cracks a few ribs or whatnot. But like you've got him under control.
Okay. I guess I will yell up, "Should I kill him?"
Bring him upstairs. We'll deal with him later.
So at this point, we'll sidestep, take you out of combat here. After a few minutes of the kind of dust settling, there's going to be a young lad, kind of in shackles around his hands, shackles around his legs. It's going to kind of like shuffle out here. You'd probably peg him at maybe like 19, 20 years old. And let me grab. He has a name here in the adventure. But he's going to tell you that he is from Hamlet, and that he was brought here because of his talent. And his talent is that he is trained as a glass blower. And there's all sorts of glass blowing like equipment and whatnot in here, and a ton of crates that have these cylindrical balls. Very much like the one, Dane, that you had encountered in the previous adventure, except they're all mundane. They're just empty globes, essentially.
Does he know what they were used for?
He does not. But he says that they have been like he's been exclusively making this type of object, that this is what Taruko tasked him with creating for them.
Is there anybody else being held captive here?
He says he's the only one that's been held captive here. There have been others that have been trafficked through here momentarily. Wherever they go is somewhere down that well.
But
And
let's
did
just
you
get them out of his chains before we interrogate him much further. I'm gonna try to pop his chains with my thieves' tools.
Sure. This will be like pretty simple DC 10 thieves tools check.
Okay.
This
I have expertise, but I'm gonna use sleight of hand, even though it doesn't have expertise on it. So just add little stuff to it if I need to. But it'd be like 22, 20, whatever.
Yeah,
22.
these are very simple bindings that you within seconds are able to undo for him.
The other people who were trafficked through here, did he recognize them as also being from Hamlet?
Many of them he did recognize, particularly many of the children. There have also been gnomes. There have been elves. Oh, he would also say that Jaru, the druid, was trafficked through here as well.
When you say traffic through here, you mean that now they're no longer here, or are you saying that they went down the well and he doesn't know what happened after that?
They were forcibly taken down the well by agents, probably allies of Taruko's.
When I was kind of down there and tying up the guy I got and bringing him up or whatever, did I see that it was like there was more down there, or did it look like just like a well?
It just looked like a well at the bottom.
Yeah, but we might want to check it, double check it, but let's clear this level first and free this guy and feed him some water and food.
Yeah. I mean, I'll let everybody know. It just seemed like a normal well from when I was down there.
He's also going to tell you that although he's crafting these larger globes, they've also early on, like when he first came here, maybe a little over a month or so ago, they had him craft a number of smaller globes, same shape, just a spherical glass globe, but those as well. Though there are none of those here at the moment.
I'm gonna pop the shackles onto Taruko. I'm gonna pin his arms back and just.
Okay.
Chernikov, you've been quiet. What do you think we should do? Execute these two, right?
Oh, let's
For
wait.
their crimes.
That seems wrong. We should
We need
probably put a
information.
gag on his mouth so he can't cast spells when he wakes up.
We could cut out his tongue.
Geez, you're violent.
Says the one who's coming for revenge.
I haven't killed him, have I?
But you want to.
No. I want to take him back and question him.
This individual that you've been talking to, his name's Elam.
Oh, the person, yeah.
The glassblower.
Elam, are there any others soldiers that you'd recognize from this place? Have we killed them all?
He says everyone that is stationary here, that like kind of watches over this checkpoint or whatever it is, you've dealt with all of them.
Are there others that come?
He says there had been like it seemed like organized bands that would come through here on occasion. He would say less frequently recently. That the more recent groups have been like maybe a couple of armed men bringing uh, people that they've abducted versus like like a contingent of 12, 20 individuals that seem to be like guards or whatever passing through. Seems like now it's been more trafficking that's been coming through here. When he says when they originally captured him, before they found out that he was a glassblower, he heard them talking about that he was to be sacrificed. Like amongst each other, they kept using that word sacrificed at the temples.
Man. They take everybody down the well. Does anybody ever come back up the well?
He says sometimes some of the armed mercenaries or warriors or whatever they are, they'll sometimes come back up this way as well.
So it's a fact there's something down there that you didn't see yet. Like it's a fact. Like so they're not just gonna go down a well and stay there.
Yeah.
But let's clear the house and the forge and make sure we're not leaving anything of import behind, and then making sure the Elam and the Turok and the guards are well kept for, and then we can further explore.
Right. I think that we may want to burn this place to the ground so it's no longer an effective base of operation. But
Or
after we check.
or we occupy it ourselves. Just saying.
Somebody is going to be coming here either from the outside or from this well eventually.
True.
I think it
True.
does make a statement if we burn it the hell down. Personally, that's what we would have done in the army.
Okay. Well,
So
that's a point.
it-
I don't disagree, but
It's just a well. Why did he jump down there then?
no, it's not just a well. It's a fact.
It's a passage of some sort. I didn't see.
Yeah.
I didn't see. It seemed like just a dry well when I was down there, but I'm no. I'm just a soldier.
Is
Let's-
the bandit still conscious?
Yes.
Well, let's ask
think.
him. Where were you going, boy?
I'll take my long swords out, kind of like scissors around his neck.
Oh my gosh. When you say I am the violent one, maybe
Oh,
it's
you-
a Nereidian blood.
That's not necessary. He'll talk, and I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth.
I'm gonna assume it works and everything. You're gonna be able to adequately intimidate this low-level thug. Sorry, what was your question?
Where was he going?
He basically tells you he was hoping he could get away from you. He knew that there was a method of escape down that tunnel. It leads to a chapel not far from here.
Is that where they're sacrificing the people of Hamlet?
He says he's heard Taruko and some of the others from the cult mention sacrifices.
Oh,
You're gonna quickly
working for these guys.
You're gonna quickly get the sense that this guy isn't. He's just like a hired thug that they acquired in Nulb, but he's not actually devoted to whatever this weird religion is.
We need to
Who
talk
opened the tunnel?
to Taruko.
I mean, I recommend we bring him back to Hamlet, and then we, thoroughly debrief him. But let's check it out. I mean, if there's a chapel, there might be other prisoners that have not been sacrificed yet, and we need to get them out of there as soon as
I
possible.
agree. Thorwald has the right idea.
Before we go, we need to figure out how to get into the tunnel. If you didn't see anything down there,
Does the guy know? Can we intimidate him into telling us?
Yeah. He tells you that he doesn't exactly know what it is that is the trigger, but he knows that there's a secret door down there. He's seen the others use it.
When they used it, did they say something? Did they touch something?
He says he thinks it's somewhere in the wall. It's like a mechanism. It's a button.
Right.
It's a.
Okay.
Just one of us go down there and try to, like someone who is a little bit perceptive. I'm sure if he or she will find it.
All right, Dane will go down there and look.
So as you're down there, you can give me an investigation check.
You good?
Yeah.
And after about 10 minutes or so, you finally place your hand on. There's like kind of like a bit of like this wet moss that's clinging to this piece of rock that juts out, and as your hand like hits it, it pushes that stone in, and you can hear some grinding of some like mechanism or something as a piece of the wall at the base of the well slides open, revealing kind of this kind of damp tunnel in front of you. It's very dark. There's like a wagon that's like right inside. It's like a 10-foot wide tunnel, but it looks like there's a wagon that has been set there that probably transports things through this tunnel. You can't see the back of it. It seems to go on for some distance.
Well,
Dane, everything okay? You found it?
yeah. Yeah, there's a tunnel down here. Is there a way to deactivate it?
You if you go into the tunnel, there's going to be a similar switch somewhere on the other side that closes it.
I'm thinking more of like damaging it so that they can't use this anymore.
Yeah, I mean, given enough time, you could probably do that. You'd have to be kind of like chiseling the the gears and the mechanisms and whatnot probably out of the wall to like permanently disable it, and that'd probably take you a few hours.
Not
But
now, but we can
doable.
do it. We can do once we've seen if there are no prisoners.
Well, or do we want to leave it open and maybe investigate further?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I want to get to
Wedge
this chapel.
it open or something. Make sure it doesn't close on us. And...
Well,
Can we
I know
bring
how
the
to open
prisoners
it
with
now,
us?
so it's fine. We can close it. And I guess they're gonna know that we were here anyways, but
Oh yeah, for sure.
we can pretend that we never found this part.
All right, let's. Thorwald, do you want to go with
Yeah.
together to check this building?
Yes, let's go.
So, you probably spend about an hour or so checking out the buildings here on this ranch. You'll find a smattering of like coin and whatnot. The personal effects of those guards that were stationed here. It looks like they basically had like kind of a makeshift bunkhouse in the barn. So we can deal with that at the end.
And once we're down, the recommendation is going down the passageway and see if we can figure out where it leads.
Yeah.
And if people needs healing or anything before we do that, let us know.
I don't think anybody took any damage, did they?
I
you
took some
don't.
damage.
How much?
Let's see. I have. Oh, what happened here? I guess I reloaded my. I think I had 7 hit points out of 25.
So you need cure, and then Absalom, you got some wounds.
Yes, I definitely get shattered a bit. So I could use some.
So 7 for the one that's really injured.
With,
And Epsilon, or do you guys want to just take a rest?
yeah, let's take a short rest. That would probably
let's take a short
suffice.
rest.
You can take a short rest while I was looking through the house and stuff,
Yeah.
and other people that are not injured, the injured one can take a short rest.
We're also going to search the body, make sure that this caster isn't wearing any rings or cloaks or anything like that.
And on the short rest, what do we get? Our hit dice?
Yeah, you can.
Up to you.
What you do is hit short rest. It'll prompt you to roll dice.
Oh, okay, cool.
And you can just hit roll until you are happy with the results, and then you hit rest.
Where the hell does it say?
On your
on D&D Beyond or in the.
Well, I don't know how it is in D&D Beyond, but on Foundry, it's on your character sheet underneath, like right next to where it says hit dice on the top. There's like
S rest, L
S rest right below it.
Oh, yes,
yeah.
yes. Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, and then roll. Cool. So, excellent.
So yeah, we'll loot the bodies, make sure that we don't leave anything.
So
tie up the 2 prisoners. Nobody has any more manacles, right?
I have 2 extra.
I
so
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you all carrying manacles?
Yeah,
They just come with the adventure kit, right?
yeah. We're basically law enforcement officers down here.
I want to
So
cut out his pockets. See if he's got anything in his pockets.
Kara's gonna run out and try and grab the horse before it runs away.
sounds
What
good.
about the other horse?
Other
that was
horse is long gone.
We have two horses.
probably gone.
So, okay, one thing at a time here. So you're checking out the house. Like I said, you're gonna find a smattering of like coinage that we'll deal with at the end. Thorwald, you will find in the room that it would seem that Taruko was staying in. You'll find a gold necklace with a bronze medallion inset with a black triangle, similar to that symbol.
The Earth cult.
Yeah. Um, um, I guess other things of interest would probably be like the glass blowers tools in the forge. You get a cart out here, you could cart that away, probably fetch you 10 gold or something to sell that off at a market or something if you wanted.
And
Um,
these glass things, they're being used for some sort of weapons or something, right?
They get bombs out of them.
We should break them or something.
Before we live, but let's one thing at a time, right? Just clearing it up, getting rest, making sure the prisoners are secure, and then as soon as we have go down, because again, if there's a chance we can save some lives, we can deal with that before we live.
I would like to take one of the globes and just stick it in our pack as well.
okay, so the globes that are here are these larger, they're probably like 2.5 feet in diameter, 2 feet in diameter. They're rather cumbersome. He
Those are
did,
big bombs.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Alex,
kind
so
of what the last group in the previous adventure found something similar that seemed to be, yeah, some kind of arcane weapon. The glassblower Elam also described he had early on when he was brought here made some smaller sized things, but it's been some time since he's made any of those. They've been asking him to make these larger globes. Um, on Taruko's body, you'd probably be disappointed. He was not carrying much, just his quarterstaff and these very plain, very simple robes that he was wearing.
Does he have it? Do we find a spell book?
No.
Okay.
Oh, so it's the spontaneous caster. Okay.
Interesting. So we go down the well.
Yes. Well, whenever we're ready. So prisoners are secured. The Ilam is fed and watered and waiting. And we're telling them to wait for us. We're going down there, and yeah.
So, Sir Gerald offers that he could stay behind with the prisoners here, just to kind of keep watch on the fort or whatever if you want to poke your heads in a little bit and see what you
Makes sense.
check out.
Yep.
So you go down there, and the passageway is. It doesn't look like it's recent construction. It looks, quite aged stone and whatnot, but it's not a natural cavern. It was constructed and tunneled out and built. You travel. It's just like a straight shot. Like you travel some distance, probably over a mile, maybe more.
Oh,
Hard to say uh, once you're down there, but um, at some point the terrain before you, probably have lights and torches or whatever out. Um, Eventually, the tunnel kind of widens into what seems to be some kind of storeroom where there's a number of barrels and crates and other such things scattered about. Um, I'm sure you'll probably rifle through some of this and discover a lot of it is foodstuffs or water. A few of the crates have some of the empty globes that he was describing. Um, but then
The
you
small
see,
one.
yeah, the small ones probably. Yeah, the small ones would be left out here. Um, but then you see that there's like an iron rung ladder that seems to lead up to what looks like a trap door.
Alex, can I make a do I have a sense of if we went towards Nulb or someplace else?
Make a survival check.
Okay.
Can I help him out?
Sure, you have advantage.
Okay.
Okay. Not towards Nulb. You feel that you've gone east some distance.
So
Towards
east
the
of
river.
now. So we're like
E-
1 mile.
you would still be
east.
south of Nulb, but east of where you what the location that you were in, from the farm east.
I don't know.
So Absalom, you went to Nulb. You're guessing you're probably just maybe, if not directly south of Nulb, maybe slightly southeast.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll share
should we
all
go
that.
up?
Well, we could, but we also could be going to ambush. So I think if we go up, we better be very careful and quiet.
Yeah, I think those of us who are stealthy should do this, the reconnoitering, making sure we're not bringing the bulky ones with us. At least not immediately. Let's figure out where we are exactly.
All right. I think that we're talking about Udo, of course. After
ready.
you, Udo. No, I'm just kidding. I'll go because I'm afraid that Udo, I've seen you fight. You're not very conspicuous. You tend to be the opposite of that. So I'll go up and try to carefully climb the ladder. And if there's like a little hatch, Alex, I'm just gonna like lift it up like a millimeter and just like look.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check as you do that.
Okay. 22.
Okay, so you carefully kind of climb up. Um, Ladder probably goes up maybe like 15 feet or so. You hang on by one hand and kind of just gently kind of move that wooden trapdoor up. Doesn't seem like it was locked or anything. And as you peek your head up, um, let's see. It's nighttime at the location that you're coming to, but you can tell there's kind of that faint glow from the starry sky above, kind of cascading down. So you're getting the sense that whatever's above you, you're not in an enclosed space. You're
Mm-hmm.
outdoors, sort of, but you're looking around, and just with that like little bit of clearance that you have, you're looking about, and you feel like you're coming up into what looks like a ruin or a rubble. You can kind of see just detritus everywhere and um, broken plaster, and that's kind of what you're seeing at ground level here. What you're catching sight of, like there's kind of like movement out there. You're sort of on high alert, and as you look, you can see it's just rats that are kind of pouring through and crawling around inside this ruined building.
As there always be rats. All right, I'm gonna push it up a little bit more and just take another look and see if I'm seeing any other movement. I'm taking a deeper look, basically.
Yeah, with a deeper look, you're seeing that this building that it seems like you're in some kind of maybe it's another farmstead, another like farmhouse, but it looks like it was razed to the ground some time ago. It just looks like it was like the wood. You could maybe there's some rotten wood and such support beams that still kind of exist, but it's mostly just the stone foundation and um, all this material that's kind of like caved in. You can kind of see you're looking up a little bit. You can see maybe like half a roof still intact, but the rest of it is just fallen away. Then you can
All right, I'm gonna.
see, like um, maybe a little bit of like this, almost like raised up earth, like just like dirt. It seems to be kind of continue on into like a field of sorts.
I'm gonna take out I'm gonna lower it back down, pull out an oil flask, and I'm gonna try to oil the hinges a little bit. And then I'm going to push it up and like do a little acrobat roll out of the spot, trying to go in towards where the roof was. And I'm gonna try to like duck underneath the roof as stealthily as possible. Shit, that's not good.
Can you
It's a
see?
map.
Can you see on this map?
I cannot. Not yet. Well, I think it might be loading.
There
Okay.
we go. I see something.
Maybe not.
Loading. Yeah, we can see.
Okay. Coast is clear. Everyone out. I say it in giant.
So, as you kind of tumble up here,
Wow. It's huge.
it is you can see what seems to be kind of like the outline of an old like gate that sort of surrounds the perimeter here. It's all overgrown with like vegetation and such. Sorry, not a gate, but a wall. You see over in the northeast corner here, there's sort of this like ruined looking tower. I think I've got an image of what that looks like. But as you're looking over at that old tower, you can see that there is like torchlight inside.
But this is probably the home of these bastard human smugglers.
Oh.
Or a witch.
It has
that-
arrow slits at various intervals up and down. You can guessing that maybe originally it had 3 floors, although it looks like it's kind of sagging and sort of in poor condition. The doorway looks like the type of thing that was probably barred from the inside. So that's what you see over there. Then there's like kind of like thick, kind of overgrown brush and hedge and vine, kind of in between you and whatever this building. You can see the top of this very large building, stone structure to your south east. You can maybe make out the outline of some like stained glass windows and such. Very gloomy looking building.
Could we use this vegetation to our advantage to further hide? Or is it
Sure.
too thick?
No, you could definitely like kind of climb in there and use that to sort of obscure yourselves as you're thinking about what to do next.
I want to look for movement in the tower.
Make a perception check. I don't really see movement so much. And I just need you all to realize that your tokens are. This is like totally not to skill, right? Like
Oh, okay, yeah.
This is way, way bigger. Got it. Got it.
just for visibility, got you on there.
Mm-hmm.
So these little tiny squares are 5 foot, maybe something like that.
On this one, I think so.
I mean, it's
Okay.
huge. It's huge.
Yeah. We gotta move slow. Well, we have a lot to see here. We could try to see who's in that tower, but if this fortress is manned, we may draw the ire of many attackers. Sorry, losing my thought.
Whatever this is big. Like this is not Nulb, but this is not a small fortified farmstead. You know, I would, unless we're tired and we need to get to leave, I would at least reconnoiter a little bit more so that when we get back the hamlet, we can report a bit more something substantial.
Darrell, you should draw a map.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm in the process of actually. You see, Ruffle with stuff in his backpack.
Make my stick figure
Absolutely.
look daring, and I will. I'll start scooching out, trying to get closer look. Being
Yeah.
careful.
So, as you're kind of looking up at this sort of gruesome, I guess is sort of the feeling you get from it. They're just like built into like the stonework of this building, like these almost gargoyle like faces, kind of like just caked right into like the construction at various intervals. There's at some places they're actually full formed gargoyle like creatures with wings and whatnot, uh, situated on ledges far above overhead. The temple extends easily maybe 50 feet high. This is quite tall building. The roof is um, just an array of arched buttresses and different, like almost like contrasting types of architecture. Um, that is, it's not it's not easy on the eyes. I guess is what I'm getting at. And you can see that there are these narrow stained glass windows that kind of line the walls, kind of every wing of this thing that you kind of look at, you're going to see that kind of uh, type of inlet. It's filthy. You look up at the stained glass windows, it does not look like a building that's well cared for. It's all kind of caked on with dirt.
Are the windows lit up at all, like the tower?
No.
So it looks like if there's someone here that's gonna be on that tower at the northeastern side of the
Yeah.
complex.
Do we
And
see an entrance?
there's a door to the tower.
What about the fortress?
Not not
Chapel
from
or
not
whatever this
from
is.
your vantage point. Just kind of based on like the ruined wall on the outside and whatnot, you're kind
Yeah.
of getting the sense you're at the back end of it.
Yeah, that was a sense I got.
Okay.
Well, we could go all around, do a circle, the perimeter, or we could go to this tower and kill whoever's in there
I would
before
do
they get
that
us to the
last.
back.
I would do that last. Let's reconnoiter this ground here. Understand how big this building is, and if anything else that we're notice, and then yeah, we can definitely check out that tower if you guys are up to the task. Might be
All right.
dangerous, but you know who knows.
Walk this way.
Do we see any landmarks now that we're up here? Like, is there a road or anything? Can
Um,
we see a city from here?
you know, I know the map kind of shows like a road, but it sort of there's maybe some tracks, like like wagon tracks and a little bit of foot traffic, like kind of like that road that if enough people are walking over it with enough frequency, there's sort of a little bit of a mud
Mhm.
path that gets created. It's sort of like that. From the front of this building, you get the sense that there is traffic that comes and goes from this temple, and we can finally
Temple.
do that big scary picture there as we
There it is.
Wow.
This temple seems very evil. It's somewhat
I mean,
elemental.
it's pretty clear, right? I mean, we know what we found, right? At this point, this
Let's
image
try
tells it all.
It might be a temple of elemental
Hmm. Udo, that's why you're the brains of the group.
evil.
so
Actually, we're all 8 intelligence. So.
at the front of the doors, you were kind of looking at where's the entrance to this thing. Brown's doors at the base of the temple, right here, stand like 20 feet tall. These are kind of
Holy
like
cow.
they're like kind of uh, big bronze doors that come to a peak. But it looks like there are like runes that have been like grafted into the metal that kind of ring the perimeter of it. And you see
Alex,
that there is like a heavy iron chain that's um, had fallen to the ground. There's sort of like rungs. There's like these iron rungs or loops that you get the sense that that chain probably looped through there and barred this door at one point.
I got a question for you from the image that you put up. Does that kind of on top of the door, there's something like I don't know what to define. It looks like a head of a creature or something. Does that remind those of us that were at the Battle of Emerald Meadows of something? Because that reminds me a little bit.
I
I
think
got
we were all there.
I gotta
weren't we?
pull it up again so I can see.
I mean, it does remind like I'll be clear. It reminds me of an elongated kind of
Of the demon we
monster.
saw.
Yeah, that's I'm trying to understand if there is any resemblance that we notice. But if I'm reading too much into it, tell me. I don't.
Um, make a I don't know. Make a religion check.
Okay, I'm not proficient in it, but I'll roll just for
Can I
fun.
assist him with that?
I think you should do it, but
I
I'll roll just to
don't
start,
think
just
it
for fun.
matters. It's an int thing, so
You can both roll it if you want.
Yeah,
So
mine
we're
is
on the
yeah.
Thorwald, it just sort of looks kind of generically demon eerie to you. Um, you're not sure. Kind
And
of
neither
same.
neither neither of us is any conclusive idea on that. So we just okay. I mean,
There's
looks like a
almost
demon.
like multiple faces too, right? Like there are
Yeah.
so many different visages here that you're almost just overwhelmed by all of the the different types of things that might foretell for you. If all of these are actually entities that you will meet at some point.
Yeah, I kind of feel I want to kind of draw it down, but I don't want people to wait for Thorwald. So I guess we'll get back here after our reconnoiter.
So it's good. I am going to run around.
And I imagine those runes to us doesn't mean anything, right? I mean, just make it quick, but probably none of us is the scholar type.
I
If it,
think we're all -1.
yeah, if someone was proficient with Arcana, I'd let you do a roll on that.
No.
Um, there are also entranceways to the side of that sort of vestibule there, smaller doors that are made of bronze wood on the east and
Hmm.
west. And those
Do
are
they
not
appear to
not
be disturbed?
um they're closed currently.
Okay.
And they're
can we
not
see any
nearly as
foot
grand.
traffic?
They're just like yeah, you see all sorts of foot traffic kind of coming in and out of here.
It appears we found the cultist base.
Yeah. And that's bad news because it means that, all the prisoners are, wherever they are, it's in the main base.
Well, should we check out
Do
this
we think
tower?
do we think they're in there right now?
Yeah, like
Probably.
they said there might be traffic. You don't know how many are still here.
No, they're all probably dead.
We should probably go in it and see.
It's quite late at night, though. I think we should just take a look at this tower and then go back and regroup.
So you want to take a look at the tower first? I mean, we know that. I mean, there's light, so I would imagine there's someone in there.
Yeah.
So I would desperately like to go into the Temple of Elemental Evil, but it is late. I want to make sure that we don't drag ourselves into like a situation we can't resolve. That's all.
Yeah. Understood.
Sadly.
I mean, at this point, I think we have enough in terms of juicy piece of news for the rest of
Mhm.
Hamlet. So if you guys want to call it quits, I'm not gonna hold it against you. But yeah.
Well, Absalom, you wanted to move towards that tower.
Oh my god.
Here's
Yes.
here's your scene as you as we're closing out. As you get to, I mean, as soon as you like step out like anywhere here, there's just like arrow after arrow after arrow starts like shooting in your general direction from that tower.
Oh my god.
And we're not gonna roll checks or whatnot, but enough arrows that suggest to you that there's probably an overwhelming force garrisoned in that tower, and that you may want to hightail it.
Yeah, we'll do that. I was getting the sense when you were talking earlier of a group of 20 people or more, I'm like, even if there's only 20, they're gonna take us on.
That's right. All right, I'm hightailing it back to the thing. I didn't even tell you guys. Just running.
Yeah.
I'm sure you saw the arrows. You're smart people.
So we can sort of end it there, and just if we've got any loose ends here to kind of resolve, you found the the location that we're going to spend a lot of time in over the next few sessions and months. But this is the Temple of Elemental Evil, and yeah, you've got basically enough information at this point that you've got this farmstead, you've got the well as a method to get here, but you probably have enough information to chart the pathway here without using that method. So you'll be able to kind of figure out, yeah, it's just south of Nulb, not so far away. You've got some prisoners that you're taking with you, and Taruko being maybe the most valuable of them. But being a true fanatic will mean that trying to persuade him or intimidate him to tell you information is probably not going to be something that's possible.
Perhaps someone there has a way of reading his mind.
Yeah, it would have to be like something like that. He's not going to willingly give up any information, but if you got some way of extracting it magically or otherwise, that might be possible. Trying to
Dane
think.
is going to try and go recover the cart and the kegs from the town.
Good luck, Dane. I'm not coming with you.
So your hope is that these kegs of ale are still at that tavern.
Yeah, I assumed that we covered them up and they were just sitting in the cart.
Okay, give me you're sneaking into town, or you're trying to
Sure. Yeah.
In
Okay.
Nulb, man, there's no tires left on that cart.
Dane, before you go,
I'm not gonna let Dane go by himself.
yeah,
Don't let him go with him.
so I start like
No.
Dane being sneaky. I'll be like, Dane,
No.
if you.
I don't want you guys to come with me.
Well, I'm not gonna let you go by yourself in Knob. Come on.
I'll be fine.
No, you're not gonna be fine. You had a fight there last time. There were 50 people chasing you off.
I don't plan on fighting anyone.
No one ever plans on fighting anyone. Except for, us.
All right.
Chernikov, tell him. We just went through there. Tell him about what happened.
We fought a lot of people. I mean, there's always fighting going on in Nulb.
That's right. I forgot to put
It, it, it is known. It is known.
We killed 9 bandits. 9.
And you think the beer's still going to be there?
Yeah. Well, I
He's a
have
man
to
of
buy.
faith.
It sounds like a fool's mission. Sounds like I'm ready to go with you.
All right. So who's going? I'm
Uh,
gonna.
well-
I'm not living by myself, so I'm definitely Torvald is definitely volunteering to making sure he gets back alive.
Okay.
I'll go too.
I will go. I'm not taking Vashti though. I'm gonna leave her at the fort so we can go stealthily.
Honestly, guys, after what we found, I wouldn't leave anybody at the fort. Like if we're going to Nulb, the rest are going back straight to Hamlet because
Oh, I
this
see.
place, everybody can get through that tunnel in like what 30 minutes and overwhelm everybody at the fort.
Sir
true.
Gerald is not going to go with you. He will tell you he's given enough of his life to the drink that this is a stone too far.
All right, I'll let him ride Vashti home.
Chernika, are you going to go as well?
Well, if everyone else is going, I guess I'll go.
All right. So, just based on time, I'm going to put a pressure gauge on this. So basically, you're going into a place that is extremely hostile if you were to get caught. Like, this could mean characters
mean
get
death.
captured. It could mean death. So everyone that is going on this mission needs to be. That's a consequence for failure. Is you might end up in a situation where your character may need intervention from other characters to get them out of a jam if it gets to that. All right. So with the pressure gauge kind of system here,
What do you think, guys?
so let me lay out the ground rules to see if this is something you want to embark on. So it's basically going to be a series of skill checks. You need to succeed 3 out of 5 of the checks in order to make it in, potentially get what you want, and get out.
All right, we're not going to do this.
I think
Okay.
the more people that do it, the less chance we have, right?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Statistically.
That's
so,
why I
so
was
if we're
gonna go by
if we're gonna
myself.
do it, let Dane do it on his own, maybe.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Up to you, Dane. Like I'll
If
try
you
to
guys,
persuade.
if you
Go on.
guys are all trying to come with me, I'm going to say no. We're not going to do this. We're going to go back.
That's what we're trying to do. We love you, Dane. We know that you don't. I mean, you stand a chance to make it, but honestly, I would give you 70-30, not more.
I would
Dane,
say probably less. 3 out of 5, right? Well, yeah, maybe 70-30.
I was thinking more like 80-40 chance.
I think Dawson wants you guys to make bad choices because he just bought you a reroll.
So, Dane, here's the thing. Here's my plan. I was going to set fire to the other side of Nulb. And then you sneak in and get your beer or die, whatever happens, but I'll get the hell out of there.
All right.
What do you say?
Yeah, let's
I
do
brought
that.
oil, I brought tinder, I brought all kinds of things to set fire.
Because I could put guidance on myself, and there's a better chance that I'm going to pass the. But if we all go, it's not going to work.
I mean, if you
Right.
really, 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 really want to do this, although everybody is telling you really you shouldn't do that, but if you really want to do it, I don't want to force you not to do it. Okay, I just want to offer you, that we're ready to accompany you. It's a bad idea, but up to you. You're a big boy; you can make decisions.
I do like the distraction idea.
I'm gonna take my horse back from Gerald. So Gerald, you're walking the rest of the way. All right then. I've got my fire starting tools out, Dane.
All right.
Do you want to die? Then we can die together like brothers.
I'm also going to take off my armor because I don't want to be doing stealth checks with disadvantage. And I figure if I'm going to get caught, I'm probably not taking them all on.
So, Alex, what are these checks that you're proposing to us? Or is
I'm
that
not
the
gonna
nature of our?
I'm not gonna tell you what the checks are. That's a little too transparent.
Does our planning influence it at all? Is it? I guess it was like checks per person, check as a group, like, or do you? Never mind. Fuck it. We're just gonna do it. Better
It's
not
gonna
know.
be it's gonna be stealth, I imagine, right? I mean, it's just
All right.
trying
There's
not to be seen.
there's gonna need to be a stealth check from everyone that's going in if you're trying not to be seen. So everyone's
Guys.
in?
Nah, just me.
Yeah, I think Udo's is if the dwarf wants to go it alone, it has a better chance alone. And
Okay.
the fellow Odirian wants to burn the place down. Let's just do that, I guess.
Yeah, Alex. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ride along the wall. If Dane goes with this, and I'm just gonna like light some torches and just like chuck them, and then ride
Oh,
off.
there's no wall around
Oh,
Nulb. Here, I can throw up a
damn.
map of Nulb. Yeah, I don't. It's also not the type of town that's compact enough probably to just light one building.
Chuck fire.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
So do I just have Dane going in here?
Yep.
All right. Stealth check.
This is scary.
Yeah. We're going to Nulb next session.
Totally failed.
So Dawson did give you a reroll if you wanted to try a reroll.
Do it. You got
Use
to
it.
reroll. Yep. You got to
Yep.
reroll this one.
You're all in. You don't make we have to organize a rescue mission for you. Then. It's that bad.
All right, you pass that check.
That one.
You get into the town. No one's really taking notice of you. You're kind of sticking to the shadows. Maybe got your hood up. No one's recognized you or paying you any mind.
All right.
And you're heading over to the Waterside Hostel.
Yeah, to where we had the cart.
Okay. You go over to where the cart is. It is not there.
All right. I will leave.
Okay. At that point, you're leaving. Okay. So no harm, no foul. You don't push it any further.
No.
All right. So that's going to be the end of the session then. Y'all head back then to Hamlet. Offline, we'll divvy up some of the coin and such that you've found. um, Dawson says, "Come on." Yeah. So we got another one of these coming up on Friday. So I think there's probably still slots looking for new folks or folks that haven't gotten their games in this month yet. So if you're watching us and it looked like fun, this is a community campaign, and so it's sort of a drop in, drop out. We've got I think like 26, 25, 26 different characters running around in this campaign at this point. So if you want to sign up for a game, I'm putting the chat, in the chat, the Discord link, so you can come hang out in our Discord in between the games. Find the signups in the signups channel. We'll try to get you in a game. We also have a Patreon, so if you'd like to support us on there, the folks that support the Patreon get the first chance to sign up for the games, and then when we've got space, we open it up to everyone else that hasn't had a chance to play yet. So check those things out. Yeah, let's see if we've got some friends to go and raid here tonight. Let's kind of throw it over to, I don't know, someone random here. Let's go see total party chill. We'll go raid them and say hi. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you all soon.